Hello and welcome back to Jones for Flavor. My name is Brennan Jones and today we're going to go over the easiest thing you can make on the grill outside. You don't even need a charcoal grill. All you need is a flat, hot surface and some regular ground beef. Not lean, by the way. And today we're going to do a bacon cheeseburger rendition of it. So please stay tuned throughout this whole video, and at the end, if you like it, please like the video, subscribe, comment down below for anything that you want to see in future episodes, and I'll listen to you. Anyways, let's get started.
Now first, the absolute very first thing you need is the most crucial element, and that is the beef. And like I said earlier, it has to be regular ground beef. The reason why I say use regular ground beef is because it has a ratio of 80% meat and 20% fat. And the end result makes the juiciest of burgers. The smash burger is found at restaurants everywhere, as it's easy to make and very fast to cook. After one of these, you'll never pre-make patties or eat box burgers again. And in order to get this right, you need the grill hot enough so that way the Maillard reaction can take place. Now first, I'll be making the patties, and to do that I'll be making evenly sized balls about 130 grams, or just big enough to fit in the palm of my hand. And they should look like this. And now I'll grab a baking sheet so I can put these in the fridge until I'm ready to cook later. Now I made enough for 15 people, so obviously this might be a little overkill for you at home. And in the end, I probably cooked about 20 burgers total. And now you don't have to do this, but I bought a cast iron press to make these burgers, and we'll actually need wax paper to go along with it, as it makes removing the press easier. If you don't want to buy a press, you can actually take two flippers and press down on the patty. And now they will go into the fridge for now. Nothing goes better with a burger than a great garlic aioli. And so I'll be cutting these whole bulbs of garlic sideways, so that way it makes removing the cloves a lot easier in the end. And now I'll take the garlic and put it in an aluminum foil pouch and lightly drizzle some olive oil on top of them. I'd say about 2 tablespoons worth. Fold it into a ball, set the oven for 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and cook for about 35 minutes. Now you're going to want to let these cool down as they just came out of the oven, so I'd say wait about 15 minutes. And now that you've roasted your garlic, the cloves should be easy to squeeze out of the husk and into the food processor. Once the lid is off, now we're going to take all of our garlic cloves and we're going to squeeze them into the food processor. And make sure that none of the husk gets in there. Now this recipe calls for 2 cups of mayo and 3 bulbs of garlic, and that's quite a lot, so if I were you, I would half this recipe. And finally, we need salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'm going to pulsate this up until there are no more lumps in the mayo. And there you have it, roasted garlic aioli that you can put on your burger or even enjoy with sweet potato fries. No burger is complete without some caramelized onions to go on top of it. It's just the perfect complement to any burger, even a box burger. Why not? So I'll be cutting the tops off the onions just so that way they can be flat on the surface of the cutting board, and it makes my life easier to cut them. My goal is to get long strips, so I'll be cutting downward from the heart while constantly rotating the onion. it to the side, cut off the heart, and then store the rest in a bowl for later. Time to cut up some tomatoes, and remember, I am not a professional chef, so I don't know how to cut like one. I did cut up some lettuce, but I did forget to film it. Sorry. We'll put these on a plate and set them to the side. To go with our caramelized onions, I'll be sauteing some mushrooms too. I used about 25 white mushrooms, cut into 4 slices each. Some people like to use what I call plastic cheese, but I'm gonna go a different route and use a block of old cheddar cheese. And now we're gonna set these off to the side as well, because when our burgers are halfway done cooking, we're gonna put the cheese on, so that way it melts. Oh, and don't forget every last bit of cheese. Now here comes the second best part of the video. Obviously cooking the bacon, because, you know, who doesn't love bacon? Once they're ready, just remove onto a plate with paper towel, and remember, save the grease, because we're going to use it to toast our buns and caramelize our onions and saute our mushrooms. You're going to want to use about 1/4 of the bacon grease to toast your buns. Now, when you're toasting your buns, you're going to want to toast them for about 30 seconds to a minute max. And you're going to toast one side because you want one side crispy and the other side nice and soft. You know they're done when the other side is nice and brown. But be careful, because if you take your eye off of them, they will burn. Using the rest of your bacon grease, pour it into the pan with your onions and cook the onions about halfway, and then add your mushrooms. You'll know they're done when your onions have taken on a brown color, they're very pliable, transparent, and your mushrooms are about half the size of what they used to be. And now it's time to grill.
go. This is it. I've been waiting so long for this. It's so good, and you know, I made so many because we have a big gathering in the backyard. But now it's my turn to eat, and oh, I can't wait. Literally heaven. In my mouth. So good. If I could eat this for breakfast, lunch, dinner, totally would. Totally worth it. Anyways, that's it for this week's episode. Please, if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe, mention in the comments if there's anything you want me to try. I will gladly do it. So, I'll see you next week.